Hey plant fam, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is kind of part of my jungle. And if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you for still being here. So I'm a bit of the hot mess express today, just ignore that. But I still wanted to get up here and get the rest of my plant chores done. So if you missed part one, we cleaned out a lot of plants, dead plants. I have a whole trash bag in front of me here full of sad plants. I know there's definitely still some back there. I did go through and purge some philodendron already, but there's more that I need to do, and then I can show you guys the ones that I'm not keeping. I know I took out a Jose Buonjo top cut. I've got like a painted lady that I'm not keeping, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more. So I'm gonna figure out how to get you set up because it's still a bit of a mess. And I reorganized all of my anthurium and my monstera and everything over here. I have some variegated philodendron down here, but now we have to do this side, which is where most of the philodendron are located. So let's go through and see what I'm going to be keeping and what I'm not going to be keeping. Okay, so I managed to squeeze myself over here. The lighting is terrible, so I apologize. Just ignore my face. I honestly wish that we weren't even looking at it. But I'm going to shove plants in the camera instead. So I'm not going to lie to you guys, I haven't really been super enamored with my philodendron lately. Some of them, for sure. But I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be very critical of these plants and what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep. And I'm going to take everything off these shelves and I'm only going to put back what we're keeping. So I did take a few off of here already, and they all are in desperate need of some water. I also just moved an anthurium from behind me. I forget what it's called. And it had a leaf that was completely destroyed from spider mites. So now I'll check everything else behind me for spider mites. So I did take this philodendron Florida. It used to be a ghost, but now it's just green. Out of here because look at this thing. What is this even doing? I don't want to be bothered with this plant, to be completely honest with you. I don't want to have to ship this to anybody, so I'm probably just gonna throw it out. I don't think it's like super healthy anyway, if I'm being completely... Well, no, it's fine. It's just not cute, so I don't know. I guess if somebody like wanted to rehab it, it's just gonna have to go in such a huge box. It's gonna cost so much to ship. Next, I have one that I'm definitely keeping. And this is my philodendron bicolor. I got this one last year from Jax's Jungle. And it's a very slow grower for me, this plant. So this leaf never unfurled. I did have spider mites going on up here a few months back, if you guys remember that. So this one is finally figuring itself out. This is the newest leaf after being on the struggle bus with these two. But I think she's bouncing back, so we're definitely gonna keep her. I have another larger one over here as well that I'll probably pot up together in the future and just have one big plant. So it is definitely a philodendron that I'm interested in keeping. It's called bicolor because it's got the green and then the maroon. Okay, another one I'm definitely keeping is my original philodendron tortum. I've been growing, ooh, I just watered it, so it's peeing on me. I've been growing this for a long time, and it's finally given me a new growth point. I think I cut it maybe at one point. It looks like I cut it because it's got multiple growth points coming from the base of the plant. So this one's gonna need a pole soon too, and it is one of my absolute favorites. It is totally covered in sap. I definitely need to give a lot of these a good shower and clean up their leaves and things like that. They've definitely been a little neglected back here, but that's part of the reason why we're downsizing, so that they're not getting neglected. And of course, because we're moving and I don't want to move with all these plants, and I don't really see myself keeping all these plants anyway. So philodendron tortum is one of my favorites, so obviously we're gonna keep it. Okay, I love these. They're just kind of a pain in the butt, and they are the Philodendron Giganteum Blizzard. They're the variegated, like marble variegated Philodendron Giganteum. So like the name suggests, they get pretty big, pretty gigantic. And I have 2 of them. This one definitely has some like sad leaves on it. I broke that one and tried to fix it, but it looks like it kind of fixed itself. I definitely need to just maybe trim off some of these sad leaves that are floopy floppy. I'm just looking for bugs. Always looking for bugs. But the new leaves are looking really good. So I'm terrified to repot these. These are very prone to rot. That's why I have 2. I've had them in the past and they've just like all of a sudden kicked the bucket. So I will eventually be potting these up together as well, ideally. We'll see. Another one that I absolutely love is similar to the Tordum, but not quite, and it's the Polypodioides philodendron. So you can see it's a little skinnier of a leaf, and I freaking love it. I got this one from Jax's Jungle as well, and it's doing well for me. It's grown some new leaves, and it's really stinking cute and healthy, and I like it. Next is this Philodendron Patriciae that never seems to like want to uncurl her leaves no matter how much I water her. So I feel like I need to repot her and get in there and see what's going on. But also I kind of want to propagate her and start over, because like, what is she doing? I don't even know what she's doing. She's got this huge internodal spacing that's driving me nuts. Oh, she's got a new growth point coming from down here though. So maybe I'll cut her here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. She's got a new growth point right here, that little green nubby. So if I cut her just above it, it should activate. So, but I am still seeing some spider mite webbing on certain areas of this plant that I don't think you'll be able to tell, if I'm being completely honest. But there is some webbing right around that node if I can get the light to hit it just right. So there are still some remnants. I'm not seeing like spider mite damage on the leaves though. So spider mite damage on the leaves, I'm sure I have one here that's like older that has it. It makes it look almost like staticky, like speckled. I don't know how else to explain it, but I haven't been seeing that. So, except for on this one, you can see, yeah, this one definitely has spider mites. You can see how the leaf looks kind of speckled. And then there's some webbing in there. And I don't know what this is. Philodendron tripartitum. This is one of those like horse head shaped ones, I think. I'm not sure if I want to keep it. And considering that it has spider mites, I might just throw it in the garbage. Let me know what you guys would do. Would you treat it and keep it, or sell it, or would you toss it? I mean, like, it's healthy otherwise, and it will put out healthier leaves. It has two. There's like another little baby over here. So, you know, I'm not sure. I'm actually not 100% positive what I want to do with that. I don't think I'm interested in keeping it. And is it worth the hassle of treating it if I'm not keeping it? I'm not sure. One that I'm definitely keeping and just needs a little bit of love is my, a repot and a proper pole, is my Florida Ghost, right? No, Florida Beauty. Her older leaf here is definitely on the way out, but she's got some new ones that are just coming in teeny tiny because she needs a pole, and I can see some webbing up in here. So yeah, there's some spider mites hiding in here, but I am going to keep that. Move that out of the way. All right, so this was a Jose Buono. Obviously, that's trash. This was a Philodendron Wend Imbe, which is really sad because it wasn't cheap and it was really pretty, but I definitely struggled to keep it happy. And then I think the spider mites were just like, this plant's already struggling. Like, they know, pests know. I also plan on, once we move, I'll do like a round of predatory maybe I should do them now because we're not moving for like 5 weeks. I might order a round of predatory bugs, you guys, and just put them out and hope for the best. I've been using the SNS 209. This is my Spiritus Sancti. It's really fucking sad. It's really sad, probably because it's got spider mites. Well, this is fun. But hey, we gotta take care of it before it spreads to my anthurium, because that would be a disaster. Like a literal disaster. I just threw a mealybug at myself. So that's fun. But yeah, I'll probably cut this back to just the new growth and treat it. So there is that. I have a little tray over here filled with some plants that are probably also gonna need to get treated. And one of them is this Philodendron Chironie. Look at that new leaf. She's like, I don't give a shit about spider mites. I'm growing and I'm doing my thing, and I love her. She's gorge. She definitely needs a pull. I've got her on this sad little chopstick. This sad little chopstick. We definitely need to repot her. She's in moss, but I'd say she's rooted and she's ready for a pull, especially with that new leaf. Like, wow, girl. Wow. All right, little ring of fire, baby. Ooh, that's a cute new leaf. I don't need it, but it is cute, and it was technically a gift, so I'm not sure. Little Red Anderson. I don't really feel the need to keep this one. I have 2 here, so I don't know. Let me know which one you would keep. Would you keep this smaller one, or would you keep the bigger one? I guess I should probably keep the bigger one. Genetically, they don't look all that different. Ooh, except for that leaf looks like it's coming out really pink. So I'm not sure, but I'll probably only keep one of these because it's definitely not necessary for me to have both. Next I have these, this is the Epipremnum like mint variegated. I couldn't figure out why it was so unhappy, and I guess now I know why. It's because there's spider mites. So I guess as long as I can get in here and treat it, it does have new growth. And I should be able to keep it going. And then I have my Philodendron Bobsea. This one is also mint variegated, but you kind of can't tell. So I'm not 100% positive if it's gonna even get variegated, or if that is the variegation. It kind of has like these streaks on the leaves, but I'm not sure. It does look different than my regular Bobsea. As they mature, their leaves get pretty cool. So I don't know. It definitely is a different like color, but I don't know. I've been growing this out since like it was just a little baby cutting as well. I'm definitely gonna keep all of that except for maybe the ring of fire. I just don't know if I love it. So I don't think I need to keep it. On the next shelf here, I have my Epipremnum pinnatum neon, or like Aurea, whatever you want to call it. I did recently just chop it back, so it did have a ton of tendrils, but I cut it back, or a ton of vines, whatever it's called. We'll see what happens. If it keeps on growing in green leaves, then I'm not going to be really very interested in keeping it, and hopefully I can get it to grow up a pole. It's just irritating that it was this beautiful yellow variegation and then all the new leaves are mostly green. So I do plan on keeping that one. I don't see any spider mites on it, so that's good. All right, this I think is Philodendron Bernardo Pazzi that I've grown from a cutting, I'm pretty sure, and I do like this one. So I think that for now I'm gonna say yes, but as I put things back on the shelves, I may change my mind on some stuff. I'm just taking like dried up sheaths and stuff and cleaning them off of the plants. This one needs to be repotted for sure. I know the lighting's pretty shitty, but I do like Bernard. So I think I might keep him. And then this guy, I think is called Elegance, if I'm not mistaken. And this guy I think is really cool and really weird and super sappy. Oh my goodness. So sappy. I'm gonna have to clean that up. So I'm definitely keeping this. This is the new leaf out. Since I've had it, it's working on another one. And I like this leaf shape, if you haven't noticed, by the Tortum, the Polypodioides, and now the Elegance, I'm pretty sure, is this one. So definitely going to be keeping all of those little weirdos. So this one I probably wouldn't keep, but I've rehabbed it back from just a sad little dying baby from a nursery in New York. So it's kind of sentimental, and it's just a philodendron golden crocodile. So I'll probably hang on to it. It's small, and I'll just keep on growing it, just mostly because I do find it to be quite a sentimental plant. It's the same as the Ring of Fire. It's just like the Aurea version of it. So call me crazy for not keeping the variegated one and keeping the more like neon one instead, just because it is kind of a sentimental little plant that I grew back from nothing in a prop box for a while. So it has been a little neglected, so it's not looking its best right now, but the new leaves look really cute. So I'm gonna keep her. Okay, these next ones are hard, I'm not gonna lie, because I used to really like these and I don't think I do anymore. This is the White Wizard philodendron. I mean, granted, she's a disaster, so realistically I would do a top cut probably, or just sell her as like a project or a rehab after I clean her up, get rid of some of these sad leaves. So I don't think I'll be keeping her. She's got some like crazy new growth and I'm just not loving it. So I don't think I'm gonna keep any of my oh shoot, I spoke too soon. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna keep the White Princess either. And she was like, yeah, you are, actually. Look at that. She gave me a fucking pink leaf. Welp, I guess you're staying for as long as you're gonna do that for. But the rest of these leaves need to go. She's got a new growth point coming from right here. So I'll probably cut her to here and maybe just keep this top cutting where she went pink. And hope that she'll keep going pink, because she's pushing out a new leaf where the pink is. So I'm gonna keep her. She just needs to be cleaned up. She was like, you're not getting rid of me. I just turned into a tricolor. So that decision was made for me. And here is my strawberry shake that I haven't seen in a while. Wow, okay, you're just like super pink too. She's just back there and I water her, but I don't really pay much attention. She's growing all types of wonky, so I guess this active growth point up here died back and she just shot off one from the side without me noticing, but that one's not really variegated. Kind of. I don't know, I'll probably propagate her. This was a propagation from my friend Kayla. But yeah, she's definitely been neglected, so I'm not sure. Not sure what I want to do. I mean, I don't want to get rid of her because she was gifted to me and I was very excited about her. And I would like for her to give me more leaves like this. So I think I'll just propagate her and hope for the best and then just not neglect her moving forward. Just a few more plants. This was a Monstera Leclerciana variegated that I always struggled to keep happy from day one, so that's obviously trash. And then this is a Monstera Standeliana Aurea that I also struggled to keep happy from day one. And I don't even know where these vines, I'm sitting on them. That's how out of control this is, but also dead. So It was pretty before I killed it. So, done trying to keep that happy. I do still have this one that's also not happy because I suck at this plant, but I'm very determined because it's just half moon after half moon after half moon. It's been consistent on the whole plant, and I do want to keep this one going. I'm just probably going to propagate the top because that's pretty bad. That's bad. This one broke, or no, it just came in like, it's a mutant, it's round. So yeah, I struggle with Sandaliana, safe to say, but I would like to try. I gotta get her on a proper moss pole, and I would really like to try and actually have leaves like this on the whole plant. That's my goal anyway. What else is behind me here? My philodendron Dean McDowell is behind me, and my sport variegated Monstera. I have my philodendron Marm that I'm going to be keeping. I have a variegated bipenifolium. I just threw it at myself. That I'm keeping. You know what? I'll just turn you around and show you. Okay, so here's the orange Marm that I'm keeping. Variegated bipen. I am keeping, I'm pretty sure this is a Mexicanum, but I'm not 100% positive. If that's the case, then I have two, and I don't need two, so I just need to figure that out. My Adabap, definitely keeping. And this was also a variegated bipen, but it reverted, and it's just keeping the green going. So I think I'm going to chop it down another node to one of these. Maybe will give me something variegated because it used to be variegated. If not, I'll just sell it because I don't need it. I have that one. And then over here, this was an Epipremnum variegated, Amplissimum variegated, but it's clearly dead. And this Philodendron Gigas that I was pretty determined to keep happy, but clearly I forgot to water it. And then this is my Epi Marble that clearly needs to be watered more frequently. And I'm hoping that once we get into the new space and things are a little more spaced out and organized, that these things aren't going to get as neglected. So I am keeping everything, but we cleared out most of this and this down here, so it's just now I gotta clean the floors and look at my anthurium. Look at the berries. I think they're ready to come off, some of them, not all of them, so I'm gonna give them another day or two, and then we're gonna put them in a little seed tray and try and grow some forgetty eye babies. So this is what I did last time. I did add more of my anthurium over here so that this whole shelf and this whole shelf have all of my anthurium. This is my Warocquianum Waterberryanum hybrid. If you guys remember in my last video, I think I showed you this new leaf. It got a little bit damaged on its way out, but it was way smaller a few days ago when I filmed part 1. So this one's really doing well. We've got a new leaf on the Oliver, BVEP Oliver, crossed with Pap, I think, maybe. Yeah, Pap 1 crossed with BVEP Oliver. So I just call him Oliver. He's got new growth. This is my Wendlingery, I think. Is this, I can't tell them apart because they're both so small. Yeah, this is the Polydiflorum. And this is the Wendlingery. I just got a Vitarifolium. That'll be coming in the mail. So I'll have all 3 of the strappy boys. So I did put all of my, see, this one looks like it might have had some Spidomites while it was unfurling, but not anymore. And I have some Hoya up here. So that's what's going on here. I gotta take care of this. I gotta throw these out. and spray I'm gonna take these down to the bathroom and shower them and all that jazz, and then throw stuff out. I gotta throw all this stuff out, but we're making progress, you guys. Lots of progress, and I'm excited to move all of these into a bigger space where we can see them better. So that is it for part 2 of cleaning up my loft. I will give you guys a proper like look-see of the whole place once I actually have it clean and organized, because I don't know about you, but I enjoy the satisfaction of like seeing everything organized. I'm not going crazy because, like I said, we are moving in like 5 weeks or so, so it doesn't really make sense to go nuts trying to make this space look a certain way, but obviously I still need it to be clean and organized so that I can have my plants not suffering and being neglected, because when I've got a bunch of crap on the floor and things everywhere, it's just hard to get back there to water. Yeah, I'm gonna go spray some of these plants down and get more of this done, take some trash out, and like I said, I also purged a Jose Buono and a like a good size top cutting with nice variegation and a painted lady. So I am gonna make sure obviously that everything is pest free, and then I will be purging those in my next sale on Plant Story. I did one recently on Monday. I'm doing another one next Monday, the last Monday of March. I don't know what day it is exactly. I apologize for that, but I have crystals that I'm gonna be selling. So if you're interested in that, definitely come and hang, and I will throw some plants in there as well if people are interested in that too. So come and hang over on Plant Story. I'll leave it linked down below for you. I love how I just like threw showered dirt onto myself. But if you enjoyed this video, you should definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna keep it quick because I feel like the Hot Mess Express and you've seen enough of my face already today, but I love you guys so very much. If you watched this whole entire video, leave me bread emojis because I want bread. I'm gonna go see if there's bread. I don't think there's any bread, unfortunately. I guess I'll just have to eat chocolate. Leave me bread and chocolate emojis. Anyway, I love you guys so very much. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. Don't forget to spread kindness. Don't forget to drink your water and water your plants and check them for pests. And I'll see you in the next one.